Let's just turn this down a little bit so you can hear me on the guys. Hear me. Right. Okay. Right. And hi everybody. Welcome to Queensville tonight. It is an unplanned Queensville again tonight, where I don't plan anything. I just come online and, you know, my sort of area. I do talk about you guys and what's going on. I don't know if I wore this t-shirt twice now. I'm sure I did. I think I did. Maybe that's a bit of a question. I don't know. Anyway guys, so we're here tonight. I have news to tell you guys. Some good news. Some unplanned news that apparently I had today that was bizarre. And also a follow-up on the Channel 4 call. You'll never believe what happened yesterday. It was so good. So I've got a lot to tell you guys tonight. So if you guys are here, we are here tonight. And if you are just coming in from work, you are not missing anything really, because we haven't started anything yet. And yeah, today has been, it's been alright really. It's been a bad day. Just had a day really which pretty much been pretty busy, to be honest. Just had a lot of things to do, a lot of things to sort out, and house tidied up and everything for something anyway. So anyway, so we're here for about however long I'm here for, right? Just up to you guys really. I'm just going to give Jan a quick message and tell him I'm live now. I'm also give him a message as well. Just, I don't know what time Jan is going to be in, but that's getting here, by the way. We'll see how he's of tonight. That's one thing anyway. So, updates about JoJo's album. It's on schedule, guys. 4 weeks left, and we are discussing that all sorted out on Friday, which we have sorted out all of the times for a day she's going to come in, which is bloody good. It's not going to affect any work issues, and the fact is she's going to be able to get over here, which is wonderful. So yeah, so we are sorted. We are sorted, guys. We are so can't wait to get it out. It's going to be good. And actually, she's I actually keep this. I was going to stick this actually on my mic stand, but you guys can see it. But when you see it closer, she's there. So, put it somewhere anyway. Well, apparently all of us have got this photograph now because it's the best one she ever took. And one of the nicest photographs that I think it's ever been. Yeah, just like sitting on there. It's good. So yeah. Okay. So anyway, first thing to talk about first. Shall we start with the good news of all? Shall we start with the unplanned news first? I don't know what you want to do first, because I'm a bit. Let me decide to get my coffee first, actually. Oh yes, and sweeties are here today. I went to Wilkinson yesterday and bought a pick and mix thing, and I've nearly ate all sweets. It's nearly gone. This was full yesterday. But I was at Wilkinson yesterday. All my t-shirts are dyed now, would you believe? My Queen t-shirt is spot on now. Might need another second coat of dye, because I think I ran out of dye the other day. I was dyeing like five things in one day, and the dye has worked out perfect. So I think we need to have a darker dye for it. So probably two dyes will work for it. So again, heads here. Hello, my man. How are you? I've got a lot of updates to tell you guys. I'm hoping that JoJo's going to pop her head in for about 15 minutes. I know she's busy tonight, so she's got a lot on tonight. So I don't know what's happening yet. But no, I wasn't out last night, guys. We changed the plans. The three of us yesterday went out for a meal. Me, JoJo, and Charlie went out for a meal yesterday. And we just came to a conclusion that we thought there's no point going out on a Wednesday, because it's getting very, very costly now. It's very money's a bit tight for us all. So we ain't gonna bother going out on a Wednesday now. So there's no point really. Just when you got some sort of money issues and you want to try and do some stuff, you know, you're thinking it's just working at the moment. We're busy at the moment. No problem. No problem. Whenever you're free. I know you've got your student stuff to sort out and everything else. It's just interesting. But anyway, we basically yesterday I found my oh yes, by the way, I also found my my Virgin I found my Virgin mobile bill as well. I'll explain that in a minute because I'm a bit confused. Anyway, so let's start off with unplanned news first. Well, I have had a phone call today from my sister, and well, there is some good news and there's some more good news. Well, apparently, I think of what I've heard today. As you all know, we haven't had a certain animal back here for over about 2 months now, and so what we did is my sister has rang me today, and she said, "Any chance you go with some food for Devon?" And I said, "Sure." And I said, we'll get on Monday, delivered on Monday to you. I said, yeah. Devon's returning back here Saturday. I was told she can't stay in the golf course place for permanent. But I just heard today that Devon is back for a few months until she decides to go back down there for another month or so. So that's why they're alternating months now with it. I think it's a better idea to give her like a month here and a month there and a month everywhere when she is. My sister's off work Saturday, so she's come up Saturday. She's going to go back on Sunday. And Devon will be returning with the smells of the room, which will stink again, which will be awful. So Devon is returning back. Great news, great stuff. Good stuff indeed. Could you show the figures? Oh, the Queen figures. I'll do that later. I'll do it later. Don't want to spoil people. Anyway, yes, I didn't go through the figures that day. Am I remember saying I can keep one, can't I? And then I can do on there, which is fine. Yes. I'll actually build it live on here. I've got Lego figures from Gaming Head, and I'll show them later in the show. Anyway, I've just got a couple of things to say. First, second thing of all, Virgin Mobile did it again, didn't they? You know what they did? Put a direct debit in the bank, didn't they? Direct debit in the bank. I've told them twice now not to do that. And I said to them, do not send me a direct debit in the bank. I will pay online when I pay online. Phoned them up yesterday. Apparently they apparently say that I owe £7 on my bill, which is correct because that's the next bill coming out. Then apparently I got a flipping phone call from Virgin Mobile, and they said that we've cancelled your payment plan should never come through because we should have never done it. HSBC this morning rang them up, cancelled it again. I don't want them to do that. I don't want them to keep doing direct debits in the bank. I told them not to do that because you can't do that without my permission, obviously, to do that, and that's totally wrong. So that's another thing that I'm sick of is direct debits. I can't stand them because the fact is you've got to have money in the bank, and it's sort of like, no, we'll put your direct debit in now, so we won't tell you exactly what will happen. It's never happened in about 2 years. I've been with Virgin Mobile. I've cancelled my direct debit. I don't want it in the bank, so it's cancelled. And thank God I cancelled it as well. I needed to. Completely nuts. But I'm fine with everything else is fine. So Devon's coming back. Phone sorted out. Channel 4. Very interesting phone call from Channel 4 yesterday. They ran me back yesterday afternoon at 2:30. I was just going out for a meal with JoJo and Charlie. And very good comeback from the phone call that I was received back from Channel 4. As you all know, I was on about this thing called Don't Tell the Bride, which was a marriage makeover show thing. Anyway. So, after the conversation I had on YouTube Live, I didn't tell them I was on live on YouTube. I just told them obviously I was investigating the program. They have now forwarded my phone number and my email to the guys at the production company. And it's got nothing to do with Channel 4. It's to do with the production company that's on behalf of Channel 4. So, we're hoping for a good result from that coming back soon, which would be good. And also, I rang Spark FM today, our local community station today. Well, the CD has been received from those guys. We're waiting for a response. Simple as that. Anyway, let me show you what we got in this parcel. Now, as you all know, Queensville is getting sorted out. Queen's Day is to be sorted out now. Me and Gaming Head are we're getting there with it. We're getting there. We're going to sort out a date later on as well. The date we're going to sort out and everything else. But one of the giveaways that we're going to give away, and I will keep one of these because I'll keep the rest of them later. We went through a catalogue of stuff that we basically were going to do as a giveaway thing, and we got it very well. And one of the things that we did decide to get was one of these things. It's a Lego. I did show briefly of this one. This is a Lego kit, which is Freddie Mercury, and this is just amazing. And I'm going to put it together right now. So let's bring the camera down. Let's move my junk out of the way. You can see the light now on the piece. Is good. But yeah, I'm going to put this together, and I'm going to stand this on the little thing. And if you want one of these guys, you can easily get it when we do it on the giveaway as well. So yes, right. I think JoJo would love doing these things. Right. Let's have a look. Stands. The face is a little bit awkward, isn't it? Don't know if you can see that. My camera is fucking bloody hell. Anyway, but yeah, it looks like he's so angry. Anyway, well, these little figures are really good indeed. I mean, I think they're really, really cool. I think DVDM's got quite a lot of these as well. She's got one. She's got some down in her DVD collection. That's the wrong side. Must be that side. But it's unusual how they made them out of Lego. I mean, it's not an official Lego product. I don't think it is. It might be. I don't know. But at the moment, Wish is doing an amazing deals right now. Wish has just decided now to clear their stock, and they have decided that instead of you paying for certain items that you want to buy, what they're doing now is they're doing free. You can buy things for free, and all you got to pay is the shipping costs. And that is so brilliant. Now, I've seen some glasses for JoJo online. That was yesterday. Oh, this one's broken. Oh, this one's broken. Oh, no, it's not. This is fine. Yeah, I'd seen some online from Wish, and Wish, seriously, absolutely fantastic stuff that they're doing at the minute. It's really, really good. Now, take it. These are the arms. Only they've added 3 of these things. I think this is supposed to turn around like no. His little microphone. Well, his little head as well. He's die-hard head. She's like that. Oh. I know Lego's pretty good, but it's kind of light as it is anyway. That looks good. That hair's a little bit weird. Now, why have they added 2 of these for? Okay, this is a bit weird. That doesn't make any sense. That. Okay, this is one of the weirdest designs I've ever seen on Lego ever in my life. Maybe standing like that. Now, someone tells me there's a part missing out of this because I know they've got 2 of these things already. But that's near enough, isn't it? Yeah, tiny thing, but I suppose it's not bad. I mean, for what it's worth, Lego's Lego, isn't it? So there you go. But that's all right. I can live with that. I don't know if this is just an additional thing for it, but anyway. So, well, this is really badly designed. Looks like the stick is not included in this one. I don't know if they've done that for him. I don't know if that's been a fault with the manufacturer or whatever's been. They've added three things of each in these ones anyway. But I don't understand why they've added 3 for. That's bizarre. Anyway, so we've got 4 of these to give away on the giveaway itself. So you guys can you can get yourself one of these and give away on Queen's thing when we do the Queen's Day. But apart from that, I think he looks good, doesn't he? Yes. But I think there's something missing though. I think the stick's not included. I don't know why they never included the stick, but for what it's worth, I'm happy with that. That is cool. And that's good. So there we go. That's good for me. That's fine. Now I'm going to put this. Now let's just bring this camera a little bit so we can get you a better shot. That's we go. Anyway, where to put this now? We'll just put it at the top. Yeah. Put it at the top. That's right. Now, some other things that I need to explain. Let's move my camera down just a little bit. Let's go too high. There we go. We are again. I think that do you know what I'd love to do is I'd like to really just get my blowtorch and just kill that guy outside for the sound. You won't believe it interfered with my broadcast yesterday. I was live on Facebook yesterday. No, it was just dun, 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 dun. I'm sick of that goddamn ice cream van. Yeah, I know they've got to do their job, but come on. Madness. Anyway, so Freddy's up there. If you can zoom in on your screens, you can see Freddy is up there now on the top. Oh, that's good. It looks cool, man. It looks cool. But they never included the stick for some reason. I don't know why. Why they added this? Why they added this one? I don't know. Maybe that's just an additional hand. Maybe the don't know. But I'll not lose that anyway. I'll just keep it there for prosperity reasons. Well, whatever reasons you are anyway from it, which is fine. You never know from it. So I have also just painted my. As soon as I came alive on here, I actually started to paint my room again. It was a complete mess. The room was. So Devin is returning back on Saturday, and that's why I'm thinking, am I going to be able to stream on Saturday? I don't know if I will, but I'll see anyway. We'll see. Right, now what I want to do is I want to do some of the comments pages. I haven't had time to do the comments pages because we have had new subscribers, old subscribers. And lower comments come through for the past couple of weeks, and it has been absolutely madness. Madness. So it's going to be really cool. So we're going to do some comments now. I'm going to take it from a week ago because I like to do like a week ago at least because it's better that way to do it. So the comments we had this week were, and the ones that I like highlighted in black means it's new subscribers. Bill Carter he must have just subscribed a couple of days ago. Not quite heavy metal, but yes, a great album. Machines are, oh, this is the Works album. Yeah, it's not a the Works album is kind of parts of, I mean, heaviest song is Hammer to Fall, and other songs like probably everything else that included in the timeline period of what Queen was going through at the time. Works is a good album. The Works is a good album. It's a hell of a good album. So it's good. Adrian has been back on subscribing. 6 days ago, he'd been back on. He had some issues with his computer, I think. He said, "Hi Tez, frigging great part 2, excellent job. A bit late, but I just found it." That's the Megamix 2 that I did way back. And people are liking those Megamixes. I think they're really, really good and clever how I did it. That one, that Megamix 2, was very, very, very clever to do. It was a lot of hard work to do that one now. He says, I've been downloading this for sure now. I've got a 10 terabyte external hard drive. There's no such thing as a 10 terabyte hard drive. There's a 1 terabyte hard drive which you can get, because his hard drive died of everything of Jeff's stuff, but he hasn't got everything. He used to have a huge collection of his stuff, but now he's kind of getting back on track. But it's not the best. It's not the best collection ever. He hasn't got any. He hasn't got any rare stuff or any bootlegs or any demos or stuff. And it was just where he's getting all this stuff from. I don't know, but it's good. And he's just been giving me messages about saying that on. Been saying apparently, he says on the 13th of April, before my birthday, I'm going to do a JS special show on Remedia. And I don't know what Remedia is, and I'm not interested. I don't have the time. I don't have the time to listen to stuff. Keep things your own way. No, I've got time, mate. And I'm not using cams either, because you keep telling me to use cams. I'm not using cams anymore. That's not me. Right, Marie Grimes, one day ago. Of course, Who Wants to Live Forever is like a dagger through the heart, but Just 1 Year of Love also gets me every single time. Very unusual. I need a box of tissues nearby whenever I listen. 1 Year of Love is not really a sad song. 1 Year of Love is about finding lost love and finding things in the world that would satisfy you or your girlfriend or anything, you know, or whatever you. That's a ridiculous comment. Yes, Who Wants to Live Forever is a good song, but it's just if you want to take it personally, then feel free. Anyway, Karen M. This is a Canadian. She's actually just a new subscriber this week. Great stuff, you guys. Keep subscribing. Oh, oh my God, me too. When Freddie does, I denied myself mourning because the pain was too great. The Bohemian Rhapsody movie brought every feeling to the forefront of my mind. I feel as though I know Brian very well. That's on Queen Forever. That's kind of the compilation that people should never have bought. Yeah, I still think the film is still great. The film is still brilliant, and in my opinion, I also like the way that the film has just been portrayed that way for it to be done. I mean, I still think, in my opinion, I mean, I have given my overall view of the film. I mean, it's just fantastic. I mean, everything about it couldn't have been timed so well. Brian May was actually on the One Show yesterday, and he has been giving his thoughts about the second film. If there's a second film being planned? Didn't like the dickhead. I didn't like that idiot that was on there though. That guy next to him. There was like a young guy sitting next to him, and he was like, I was just thinking, who the fuck are you? And I was like, oh, I'm not getting into this territory, and I stopped watching it. I just thought that's what gets me. The BBC, right? BBC is a joke. I mean, I think they're stupid. I mean, they think that they can get. That's their plan. That's their plan. They want to try and make the show more. You have to do it this way. You can't give this way. No, we have rules here. You have to stick to these rules, and you have to go live on TV and expose yourself to TV. Who the hell was that fucking arsehole on there? Was a joke. Who the hell was he? Who was he? I don't know who he was. I wasn't interested in Roger and Brian's part. I was. Roger would say, "What a dick." Yeah, Roger's Roger though. That's Roger's thing. You know, it's fine. But as far as I'm concerned, Roger Taylor's new song, I don't like it. No. It's not. It's too soft. He's trying to be more like a ballad guy with saxophones and everything. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. If you remember back years ago, I used to do the review for that album, and I actually don't know if it's actually on there or not. But I did. I think I did it on. I did it on. What was it? Ustream. Did a whole review of this album, and it was just shite. It was just like, this is boring. But I mean, to be, this is what I can't understand, right? That album that's there, it's an album. It's his album, Fun on Earth. It did not work. It didn't work. They just liked it for the artwork, but not for the songs. I think Brian had to. I think Roger just goes for the sign. The sign wants to do it more softer. So, what does he do? I mean, I've said this before. He goes back into the studio and brings out One Night Stand. Right? And we all know One Night Stand was from 1998, and it was originally just recorded on his Electric Fire album. But you had to get a password to download the actual song. And when he realizes, oh, I know what we'll do. Let's just put that on my album, because people couldn't get to hear it. And that was fair. That was fair. I'm thinking, well, why the hell has he remixed it for? When he's just like, the original was better to do that, and it was fine. So. No. Saying that though, he's still great singer, great drummer, but his material sucks now compared to previous. I think he just doesn't want to go through that torture of doing the Sad Freddy songs again. I mean, obviously, Electric Fire is all about. I mean, Electric Fire is a fucking good album. And when he did Where Are You Now, which is one of the most strongest songs he's ever written, you know, that was all about, well, you know, who anyway. Yeah. I bawled my eyes out when I heard that song. I thought it was fucking amazing. So that was one of the decent songs that Roger ever wrote, actually. Never released it. He never released that song because he thought it was too personal to bring out, which luckily was a good idea. I mean, today I've actually been writing on that song, Release Me, that song that we're doing for JoJo's second album, and that's all written now. Thank God. I just decided today. I said, you know what? Today I'm going to write that Release Me song for her album, and I did it, and it was all done because it was all in pieces everywhere in the book. It was all over the place. I had to write a new part for it. I kept the original lyrics because JoJo actually wrote that with. Technically, she did write that song. That's why we're going to credit it to her, because that song's like the song is basically Release Me, not that song. Not like, please release me, let me go. It's not that song. It's just about like tension, fighting, shouting, pressure that happened previously, but now when you think about listening to the song, it's good. It's good. I actually played it today, and I was so like impressed with the way I did it. It was like da da da. It's brilliant. Could put brass on that. Huh? Don't know. Got this new tool. I got a brand new update for Samplitude today. Excellent tool. Got this thing called bass. The bass things for the MIDI. I've still got sort of MIDI out because the MIDI's not fixed yet. But I got this thing for Vita, and this Vita program. I don't know if I've got Vita on my system. Actually, I don't know what happened to it. But apparently, I've got a new three brand new things on there. I'm going to try them out later on tonight after having my bath because I think they're good. Hi Tez, what's up? Yes, Plant Mixer. I am fine. I'm just thought I'd come on tonight because I'm not going anywhere, and I'm leaving out tonight. It's weird for me on a Thursday. I normally go out on a Thursday and drink beers and stuff, but someone's telling me, nah, couldn't bother. Shopping tomorrow though, because Doggie's coming on, and Doggie's back on Saturday. Doggie's back on Saturday. I'm gonna stink in this room again. This is what the smell used to cause. Thank God I got that candle there as well. I need to get a new candle actually tomorrow. So not what I do. My cold is curing up a lot better. Still got a bit of cough, still, but Lockheed Sweets are magic meds. Yes, that is the king. That's the king. Take Jakeman Sweets. I told everybody to buy Jakeman Sweets. Jade's got a cold back now as well. I think tonight she needs to go out tonight and deserves herself to go out and have a few drinks because I spoke to her this afternoon. I actually spoke to her this morning. I said, give me a ring when, please. And it's a great conversation about what the hell we're going to do with this album. And we decided that at the last minute, she said that 10 tracks is too much. And I won't be able to finish it. And I said, because university's coming up and everything else. And I said, but when I get better, when I'm well enough, I will get back with my studio work and I will start recording the last of the tracks that we're going to do. And I said, that is fine. So, this is what we're doing now. We're not making 10 tracks, we're making 8 tracks now. We just don't have the time to finish the other 2 songs off, which is a shame. But we decided that because it was better for me and Jade to sort out, me and Jade are now going to start finishing the album, and then it will be out soon. Photo session is to be sorted with herself, and she's just got to ring her up and say, let's just get it done. Even if the weekend can be sorted out, bring them down the line, just to get it done. We need to get it done. But we can only have like 2 hours at least. That's all we can have. It's not very long. Awful coughing up your phlegm from your mouth, but the more you cough up, the better you get. It's very true. Lemon and honey is the answer. Lemon tea and honey is the answer. Still no album can reach Strange Frontier in my opinion. Strange Frontier is one of his best 80s albums ever in the world. It's fucking great. Especially Rick Parfitt on fucking It's an Illusion. Because I thought that was really good of a Status Quo fan. As a Status Quo, because Status Quo and Queen had played together obviously on the tour. And doing It's an Illusion. I fucking love that song. Especially with John Deacon on bass as well, which is so cool. Which in fact there was in bands on. The band is actually on the second album anyway, so they're on the second album. They're all like, you know, Dave Richards comes in and then Matt comes in and then what's his name? Roger just plunders on with the songs. I said on Tuesday, I mean, don't get me wrong, I mean, Strange Frontier was brilliant. Filling in Space is one of those songs that's kind of like a bit, something for it. Do you like Shove It? What, the album or the song? Shove It's a little bit weird. It's more dance orientated, which he didn't want to do. For the first purpose of that album, of the Shove It album, which I do have 2 copies of, it's not bad. But fair enough. Roger was trying to do, because it was the 80s coming in, and 87 was kind of the year where everyone was getting into more like rap and dancey kind of stuff. Anyway, Roger was not going to do that, and was thinking, no, disaster. That's the first album was a disaster from him. And the second album brought out, the Mad Band Dangerous to Know, is really, really, really cool. It's really good. What? I'm having to... Let's have a look. I have to admit, I'm not in a female music artist, so I wasn't too keen on listening to what you've done, Tess, with the female artist you worked with. That was Alex. I actually like the Garden Lights. The Garden Lights song. You mean the Guiding Light song? Guiding Light. Which one did you get? Did you get the Alex album, the Alex Summer album, or was it the Jade album? I don't know from you got. But anyway, the Garden Lights, Guiding Light. The Guiding Light is it was based originally on JoJo's first album, but we decided in favour to try it with Alex first, and then after this one, we're going to record it back with JoJo on her album, which is going to work out. That's cool. I like the Guiding Light song back in the track. How did you? Oh, I was going to say, how did you know about the backing track for it? I didn't even load the backing track to it. Bizarre. It makes it work best. Yeah. Also, Jade's voice is on it. No, Jade's on My Best Days. Jade's on My Best Days. And yeah, she's on My Best Days, but she's not on the Garden Light. Yeah, Jade's on it. Yeah, I think Jade did a good job of doing My Best Days. He pulled it off so well, and the mix of that track was done with Mac over in Pro, and he just said, I'll just mix it as well as I can, and he did. And he delivered an amazing mix that came out. It was brilliant. That was a mix actually on YouTube. That's cool. But Alex was just the only choice I could only have, because I had to get something out, and I was kind of like, I was in desperate need. I was thinking, who's going to come forward? And now today I've just put another advertisement on video to see if anybody's interested to join us. But I'm not getting anything back. I just said Northeast musicians and bands that I'm using, brilliant for advertising people, but no one's come forward. Well, if someone comes forward tomorrow, that'd be cool, if we can. You might have played it during a break on here, like sometimes you do for a break. Oh, you are. Oh, the backing track for the Guiding Lights. Ah, that might have been on. That was on a live stream I did of it. Yeah, I just played it when I've got me little time, for it. What happened to the hip hop rap guy? Oh, and here, has he just vanished? Which one? Oh, that dude. Oh, I can't remember his name now. Can't remember his name. Somebody had been on here before, but saying about like they were music and stuff. Yeah, I didn't like that guy, to be honest. He's not my sort of cup of tea, I'm afraid. It's not my thing. But saying that, it's not bad. Cowboys and Indians. Cowboys and Aliens. What? Cowboys and Indians is a good song as well. It is. And if you, he was considered work. Yeah. I no, we're not working. No. He messaged me back. It was the material that I listened to of his stuff. I didn't like it. It was too fucking no. Rap's not my thing, right? That's not my thing at all. What I like to do is I've always had a goal in life. I've always had to keep to music I like to do. I like to do rock. I like to do AOR. I like to listen to Frontiers Records. I like to listen to new ideas. I look at people. Right, this is the thing, right? And you won't believe what I'm doing. When I look at JoJo's picture all the time, I always keep thinking of inspiration for her. Every single thing that I've brought out, right, every single album I brought within the last year has been really, really good, right? And it's seriously well worth it. So obviously we brought out Nathan's album, right? That was, well, it's not an album, it's an EP actually. But his EP came out, right? And that had to be released immediately because we had to get some people for that. Then we had to get out Alex's album, and that was a rock album we did. Then we started on Gothic Songbook series with Jade. And then after that, we then did Secret Voice, which I don't have any. Oh, that's gone. Has it gone? Oh, there you are. Secret Voice. Best album ever done. Right. And all those albums there. And that's a plan I like to stick to. Because the thing about it is, if I diverse myself away from music side of it, I don't want to do the chart stuff. And that's what people are getting really pissed off with me. Is the fact is, they don't think that they want to do slow shit. And it's like, no. It's like, I want to see something really fucking good. We did a song back from Jade actually called Those Words, and it's a beautiful song she's done. And that's the sort of stuff I like to do. I don't want to do anything of what I've heard because I hate it. And that means going through chart stuff at the minute, and I can't stand it. It bores me to hell. That's not even music. That's kind of that's just people making something for boringness. That's not even entertainment. It's nothing. It's nothing. I mean, I've just like listened to I've got the Fire by Kiss and Dynamite again, and like fucking Kiss and Valentina song. That is fucking good stuff, that is. And that's what I like. I like energy stuff. I like excited stuff. And with beautiful songs that get to me a lot. Like Fallen was good. And which is coming out soon. And even in fact, me and JoJo were talking about this yesterday, which was a great conversation we had. We had 3 songs that we were going to consider bringing out, which we thought was going to work anyway. And she actually agreed on these as well. And I agreed on one. I agreed on the first 3. I said, if you want to go with me on this idea, go with me. But I think she did. She said, first one we'll bring out is Fallen. Brilliant. Second one we'll bring out is Fan the Flames. I want to bring that out. And she said, definitely yes. The third one, I said, I don't think we should bring out My Best Days. And I said, I don't know why, because I think we're bringing out Alex's version already. And I'm thinking, right, well, so do you want to bring out like Driving Down the Road again, or do you want to bring out that one? And we're still kind of, we're undecided yet. But she actually said, I think we'll bring out my version of Driving Down the Road again. And I'm telling you, just wait. But we're 4 weeks away now till it gets done, and she's excited to do it. Right, I'm going to other questions now. It's nice to see you two guys on the internet as well. Tez, what do you consider more of a cash cow greedy thing from Queen? Let me read that again because that was wrong. What do you think? What do you consider more of a cash cow greedy thing from Queen? Just wanting to do it for the money, Grace Hits 3, or Queen Forever? Well, that is a good question. Well, Grace Hits 3 was a disaster. Queen Forever was a disaster. I think what Brian and Roger are doing, because they've got the same. Whenever Universal brings out from Jim Beach's permission, they're allowed to release anything they want. Universal makes so much money now. They've made over like billions worth of money now from artists because they get the money. They don't pay the artists. No, it's a rip off. So what Universal does, they set a plan. Well, they used to set a plan. They don't really do that anymore. You would normally have a meeting with the music director or the music chairman of Universal Music in in the UK, you would go have a meeting with them. You would discuss about what you'd like to release, but within reason. How many copies are you going to sell, and how much is it going to feedback from it, and what would be the age range aim for it to do as well from it. Say, for example, if JoJo's album sold 70 copies, which it will, then she would say, this is my music I love to do, and this is the music that I've been writing for. Well, actually, basically, me and her wrote the whole album anyway, because we did it both together. She's actually going to be producing the next one, because she's got 3 songs she wants to cut, which is Weeping Willow. Was Weeping Willow, what was the other one she's doing? Your Scars, which is a phenomenal song, and I want to really release that one. And I've got a very good idea of a video for that as well, which will work. Which, I mean, you can start uploading, like, you know, serious songs. Got a great idea to do that video, actually, to do that. And the third one that we were thinking of was another song she wrote called Along the Line of Vengeance. She wrote another song, I can't remember what it was now. But she wrote 3 songs for the next album, would you believe? We're getting 2 albums out this year for them. Right? And we only have 2 weeks with her in the studio, because we're going to try and wing this album through in one day. Then we might, the week after, do the second album. Because, to be honest with you, it's all written and ready to go. I mean, I'm looking forward to it being a great success. So does Queen just want to do for the money, or do they want it from just releasing compilations? I think it's based on how Universal just really wants to do it. See, the thing about it is Universal's got all this money in the world. They've got all this cash, and they all want to spend it out. But what they do is they don't get anything. They just basically claim it all back from revenue from when they sell things in the shops. So if a Universal product is sold in the shops, that money just goes directly to Universal. It doesn't go to HMV. Whatever's taxed on, whatever value added tax is actually on that, then it's sold that way. See, I mean, that's why we can't really sell our CDs in HMV, because it's kind of like you've got to pay tax on it, and they're going to say, oh, where's your tax code? Have you not got a tax code for the year? And they're going to say, yeah, we have, but you know, it's not going to do. Until you need a tax code for it. I mean, all the music, the record shops that I've known, I mean, they do allow you to sell stuff, because, you know, it's your business, obviously. But when you get to a point where HMV is a tax issue, you can't do that, because you can't just go in there and say, oh, just sell this and stuff, you know. I mean, I just had a fight with, I had a falling out with Pop Rex up the road, where I was near going to go there yesterday, but I really disagreed with their policy there. That's a business. Well, at the top of the shop, it's a business not doing well. Don't understand why you don't actually want to actually help us out. Why can you not ring us up and just tell me how many orders you want from our albums, and we'll get them out to you? No, can't do that. They're interested in the business. They're not interested in your music. They're in a business mode. They don't give a shit. And I think that was a bad mistake we actually did with them. I'm thinking, just sod you guys. So we're kind of really pissed off at that. But one saving grace is we could be getting some radio play on Spark FM next week. And I rang them up today, and I said that you know, we've got the CDs being delivered to you guys, and I said at the beginning of the stream, we're just waiting back from a phone call on Monday, just because she told me, she said, there isn't anybody here to take your call at the moment if it's been delivered to the right departments, but if it has been received, then we'll call you. Can you call back on Monday and see if she's in? And I said, well, who to speak to? And just think, what do you mean? I said, well, if I'm supposed to ring on Monday, who am I supposed to speak to? Just said, oh yeah, I'll tell you what, then I'll take your number and your name, and we'll get back to you in a sec. Thank you. That's all I want you to do. No. So I was just thinking, I was just saying, what? He's saying how? I said, you got. Hang on a minute, something not right there. Anyway, so they're going to get back to me on Monday about that anyway. But that's what I understand, right? I'll tell you something. Because Plan Mix is good at these things. Do you know Queen's Greatest Hits 1 is the best-selling album of the entire world? Selling so far 6.3 million copies and has been over 38 years. Yes, it has been the biggest selling album ever in the world. So far with ABBA being second below. Every time they keep reissuing Greatest Hits, every fucking time, everybody wants to buy it because it's an attraction. It just says, wow, the new version of Greatest Hits is here with all the original multi-tracks in it. And it was the most popular album it's the most popular album that Queen have ever released because everybody knows all the songs and everybody knows all the tracks. I mean, one track should not have been on Greatest Hits was kind of Good Old Fashioned Lover Boy because it kind of really wasn't. It wasn't a hit, to be honest. It wasn't a single hit. It wasn't even a hit anywhere. It just put it on because it just thought it was just make up for the compilation album. I mean, that reissue, that album reissue, people told me not to get it because it's just a bad mistake, and it is a bad mistake. It's terrible. Stay the original one. The original's better. Longer, you can get all the songs on there. He says, I know you can't stand the Gallagher brothers. No. Don't talk to me about rip-off people who want to do rip-off Beatles songs. Do you like Liam's song Wall of Glass? I have not heard it, and I don't want to hear it. I'm not bothered about Oasis. I don't give a shit. They ripped off the Beatles. That's all they do is rip off John Lennon and the Beatles. That's all they fucking did. They just copied off John Lennon and the Beatles. And it has got nothing to do with Beatles at all. They just ripped off everybody. Shit. Hey, look who's here. Northern Metalhead is here. Are you going to be here tonight? And you go chat to me tonight? Because you were here last week, but I didn't see much. How are you doing, mate? Oh, you good? Good stuff. Yes, I'm just on tonight, guys. Just chilling out tonight. I'm not out tonight. No, I am in tonight. I would be out on a Thursday, but money's a little bit of a problem, I'm afraid. It's a little bit tight on money, I'm afraid, this time. So, yeah. Gaming Head and me are having a chat tomorrow afternoon, because he says, are you free tomorrow afternoon? I said, yeah, I am. So tomorrow afternoon we're going to have a little chat about the Queen's Day thing, and we're going to do some more videos, and we're going to try and do some stuff. But yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Yeah, I don't care about Oasis. What do you make of the artwork for Queen with Brian May having no eyes? What? What do you make the artwork for Queen with Brian May having no eyes? I find the artwork haunting to look at being dark. Being dark. What? Oh, Queen 2. I've got Queen 2 actually on vinyl. If I can find it. Actually, it should be at the top here somewhere. Let me just see where it is, please. Sure, somewhere. All my Queen vinyls all messed up here. Days of Future Past. No, that's not it. I had it there for a minute. Hold on, guys. Just hold on 2 minutes. Just trying to find it. This one, you mean? Queen 2 artwork. Brian with no eyes. I've just noticed that actually, yeah. That's bizarre. That is really bizarre. looks like that. Do you know what? I just didn't notice that actually. That is so weird. I just noticed that actually. That's a good point. That you notice that all the guys got the eyes, and then like Brian's got the eyes, and that's so weird. I didn't know about that. Maybe the fact. Maybe this is just me putting it to this. Maybe the fact is that this artwork, right, probably this artwork here, it's famous for its Bohemian Rhapsody cover before this was done. But having eyes in there, I think it's a good idea that it didn't. I'll tell you why they haven't put his eyes in is because I think he would stand out as like the demon eyes. Demon, you know. It would be scary, wouldn't it? Yeah. Well, the matter says it's a lightning. Probably is. But saying that, it's probably the way they've just done it for the cover art. But, you know, obvious. But Queen 2 is the most very good album ever. First concept album by Queen. And it's a really good album as well. When you go into the inside of it, I mean, this is the original, obviously, because I have still... I smell all records. You've got the Queen 2, and there's the original one there. Which is actually laminated as well, properly laminated. And it is a smashing album. The front of this album was getting damaged. That's why this was laminated again. That's why you've got like cracks in the back here as well. Which that's the reason why this thing was kind of just losing its last momentum of the album. It's a shame I got some secret plastic and put it together. So that's the reason why I covered it up twice for it. But I never knew anything about that. But that's a very interesting thing. That it's cool. I noticed Roger and John are losing an eye. Yeah, that's like nothing that sort of like there. But it does make sense. I mean, Freddie's the only person who really is really sitting there with these things crossed. But the original mix of this album is actually fantastic. The 2011 remaster is outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. I mean, my whole Queen vinyl that's under there, I've seriously thinking it. I'll tell you one thing that I did bring up last night, and I was looking at the artwork. Was this amazing album from Jeff Wayne, War of the Worlds? This one, I have to say, is such awesomeness. And this is a very weird pressing I have because this is bizarre. Because this pressing that I have is not on Discogs. Nah. It must be one of the rarest ones I've got because this one I think might go for a bit of money for me. Because when I bought it on eBay, the guy on eBay showed me pictures of the original artwork. And there's a noticeable difference about some of the vinyl in here because two of the vinyls are not the same. You know, I'll show you. Actually, I will actually show you live on camera. Let's do this live, eh? Yeah. I miss doing all these things because the two vinyls are different. I noticed this because I can't find my version. This version I cannot find on Discogs at all. So, and I'll explain why it's different. Because this is weird. This is really weird, right? Because this is very, very, very bizarre. So, as you know, War of the Worlds is an amazing album. It's brilliant. So, it's either side 3 or side 4. I think it's that one, isn't it? I can't remember which side it is now. Was it this one? Oh yeah, it is. It is. This must be a later pressing I probably have because this is weird. So, because I try to check this out, but unfortunately I've got no information about it. So this is the original CBS label here. That's side 1, and you got side 2, and side 2 is that side, right? Then side 3. The War of the Worlds logo is more shorter on this side. You turn on the other side, you can see it's different. So I can't find my copy at all So I don't know, because I can't find this. I can't find the CBS trademark, and I can't find that copyright information on it. I can't find it. It's just doesn't come on Discogs. Also, I don't know whether this pressing is a later pressing from '82, or either this has been a rare pressing that's been included. Also, the thing, it's just absolutely brilliant. The original is so good. It's also got the original insert as well. And I only paid £10 for this. 10 quid for this thing. Fucking good condition. And a hell of an album. So brilliant. I would say favourite songs on this album has got to be Brave New World from David Essex. Fucking outstanding. And but there's another track that's on the back. But there's like Brave New World, and there's a song called Spirit of Man. Love that fucking song. Love it. That is an album you have to get in your collection. It's fucking great. And I did actually rip that from vinyl onto MP3, and it sounds amazing. That's the official original mix as well. There's just forget about this. Forget about the all these versions that have come up within the past few years. They never got the mix right. I know it's just awful. The quadratic sound and everything. It's like, nah, stick to that version. It's brilliant. It's amazing. Recorded on 24-track studio. It was a big production as well. Spirit of Man and all them was fucking great. Gary Barlow remixed the War of the Worlds album and did a cover of Forever. Oh, I mean, it's so good. Very close to the original. Is it? Interesting. Can't stand him. I can't stand him. I don't. You know the thing about. Right, here's the thing. That's not even his real name. His real name's Curtis Rush. Curtis Rush is his real name. It's not his real name. I mean, I'm not a fan. I wasn't a fan of. I mean, music scene was shit to me anyway. Take That was the first boy bands in a way in the UK. And then all this controversy happened with them. I mean, I actually remember watching a documentary about them guys. I only just wanted to watch it just to see what it was all about, and it was really interesting. And then he does a solo album called Open Road, which is a terrible album he made anyway, which is shite. Then I don't know what the hell possessed him to do what the hell made him do a song about parties and fast songs. He's a fucking was he? He's a ballad guy. He's not a dancey guy. That song that he wrote released was shite. It was awful. It was absolutely shit. I don't know what made him persistent to do that. Maybe it was an avid fan who said, "Oh, can you do something that not does?" Shut up. He's a good songwriter. His songs are more. I mean, it's a shame that they didn't get to work with. It's a shame that they didn't produce it themselves for that, because they used another guy came in and saved their asses. Fair enough. Fair enough. They signed with Universal. They signed with Polydor. Got a good deal from Polydor. Then Robbie comes back and messes it up. They got rid of him and didn't want him anymore. They just didn't want him. He came on one song. That was it. Disappeared. And that's the reason why that's all that happened. All started off was just them two, because they just couldn't stand each other. He didn't like his music, and then Robbie went to come on be on that. He released his first solo hit was South of the Border, which is a load of shite. South of the Border is one of the worst songs he's ever released. Terrible song. Awful fucking song. That was terrible. I thought that was one of the worst ones he's ever released. I thought that was fucking terrible. Then he becomes to be a disco guy. Then he starts writing with Guy Chambers on songs, and then apparently them two part of company because they didn't like each other either. That's why I really don't like them guys. Shite. Absolute shite. That's not even music. That's kids' music. That's teenagers' rubbish. I mean, I know a DJ to this day who still plays that stuff because he thinks it's so happy, and it's got to be done from the past. Come on with it, please. Change everything every week. Yeah. Other two out of the 5 took a break from music and went on to do acting. Yeah, true. Here's an idea. Robbie did a swing 40s album. Do you reckon Jade oh, that's a good question. Do you reckon Jade will do a swing album? No. She's a goth. She's a rocker and a gother. She's not a fucking swing kind of. Yeah. If I did that, I would not release it. I would go, Jade does. It's just like, it's different. But actually, I will say something actually that we are planning to do. I mean, this is just an idea that me and Jade had sparked off pretty well. But we had an idea because Logan's only 2 years old. We wanted to record some nursery rhyme songs for Logan, and we were thinking actually to do that. Actually, just because we wanted to try it like another sort of feeling to it. We were trying to think about doing that. We are going to, but I just haven't got time. Should be good doing the Jungle Book song cover. Oh, God. Now I'm the king of... Oh, please. It's Princess Leeds. I would have to go to Walt Disney Records and ask them for the permission for the song. But Jade doing that swing, no thanks. I mean, I'd like her to do like some of the more gothic stuff because Gothic Songbook comes up soon anyway. She's actually back in production with that album soon. She's only got 2 songs to finish now, which is Not Just You and Not Just You and what's the other one she's doing? Oh, Pain, because that's getting released as a video. Because Mac's gonna film it. He's got a good camera actually. He's gonna film that. He's gonna direct it himself. He's gonna direct with Jade, and that would be fucking great to do. We'd love to do that as a video. I'd love to. We get some fucking good plans for that. Jade has become to be this brilliant, brilliant artist now who's really, everybody knows her, everybody loves her music, everybody's heard Better Off Alone, becoming to be a massive hit on YouTube. And people are loving that fucking song to bits. It's just fucking phenomenal, that song. That's one of the best songs that I think Jade's ever written for the whole past time she's been with this label. And that's one of the best releases we've ever brought out. And I think from my point of view, Jade did a great video job. She directed the video, obviously, because she directed it. I didn't direct it. She just wanted to do the camera work and said, but that was something that was just done in the spare of the moment. But it would be interesting, though. It would be interesting. But we're hoping to get Better Off Alone played on Spark FM if possible. To get their fucking asses in gear. There's a band that do music on Spotify called Sweet Baby, and they did the Mr. Bad Guy album in Sweet Baby instrumental stuff. What? Eh? There's a band that do music on Spotify called Sweet Baby, and they do the Mr. Bad Guy album in Sweet Baby instrument songs. That's new to me. I don't know anything about it. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know. Never heard it. I'll check it out. I've got Spotify. I don't have Spotify actually. I don't even know if Joe's got a Spotify account. Maybe she might. I'll have to ask her next time. But she will be getting her own content uploaded, guys, on her channel. I do promise. Especially for them. That's going to be a hell of a challenge to do that video. It's going to be really emotional to do, but it's going to be done, guys. It's got to be done because we love that song so much. She's going to become a great success. There's a they did Mr. Bad Guy Nursery Rhymes, did they? I hope they got permission from Queen to do that. Because otherwise they have to pay the royalties to the Phoenix Mercury Trust. So I don't know anything about that. Yeah, I'm gonna have a look at that actually, because technically you're not allowed to really do that because you've got to get permission from Jim Beach if he does that. So that's a bit bizarre. Well, all I know is that Sweet Baby was a band that apparently were Green Day, but it must be but if that's a band that's unsigned and doing it on YouTube on Spotify territory, maybe they can get away with it actually. That's really that has really got me a bit thinking of that actually. So, started watching Cocomelon this morning. I've been watching. I'll tell you what I have been watching all this week is Balamory. I can't get over that show at all. I just can't. I seriously love that show to bits. Fair enough, right? Watching it from season 3 and season 4 was shite, but going from season 2 with the original Josie Jump, I wish she had stayed in that show. But I've been reading an article about what really happened behind the scenes, and it's really interesting because there's a lot of things that I didn't know until I read about it on there's a site called Book Reader or something. It's called American thing, and this was being published in America when it was just getting in America over there. And anyway, I was reading this thing about the Balamory story, and it was really interesting. It was very interesting. It was apparently the BBC got so many complaints when the second season had just been in production, and halfway through filming, the original actress who played Josie had to leave because she was doing her degree at the time, which was understandable when she dropped out, and that's why they had a replacement in this woman that came in and messed up the series. But I really don't like season 3 and season 4. They changed everything. It just changed so bad. It just like changed Spencer's song, and they changed Spencer's song because I like the original first 2 seasons. I think oh brilliant. The third season when I watched it, they just changed all the songs in it. They changed Spencer's into like a Italian, sound like Spanish sound kind of song, and that was awful. Then they did who else would they do? They did Susie Sweet's song about cooking. That was shite. Edie's song was changed. The worst one I've ever heard was, because they changed PC Plum's one as well. That was changed. And then after that, all this was done, Kim comes in, does a rap that should never ever have been done, and I went, what? Who's on this planet? Who at BBC Scotland decided for her to do a rap song? It's like, that is just terrible. But having to read about the real behind the scenes was really interesting, because Kim got an award for being best disabled in a wheelchair. That was smashing for her. Now she's got a production company now, which is called something Pictures for her disability. And she's absolutely brilliant. Like, Kim Tusek is fantastic. She's a nice person. She is. She's not married, but she's in the wheelchair all the time. And then, because she left the show, because then she went on to go and form a performance company, which was a good idea. Then the Spencer went back to Las Vegas to, apparently he left Scotland because he lived Scotland all his life. He left Scotland with his wife, and his wife was going to go in the porn business. And then he goes over to Las Vegas and he says, "Hey man, yeah, fine." And I love that guy a bit. Rod Christensen. He's one of the most. I think he's one of the most funniest actors. It makes me laugh all the time. And then the what was it about the Miss Hooley, Jeannie Dawn Ray, I think it's her name anyway. She left because she complained to the BBC department that she couldn't get time to see her daughter at the nursery when they were going to mentor her at the Balamory, at the Tobermory nursery. That's why it was from the Tobermory. It's not Balamory. It doesn't even exist. Just Tobermory, the actual place, was the nursery that they built, but they didn't think it was appropriate that she couldn't see her, and there was just like, "Oh, I have to go medicine," and the BBC said, "No, you can't do that. We have to film this," and they were just being picky about it, and that's why when it was cancelled, she just said, "I've just had enough." So, but when there's one outtake actually on Balamory that has cracked me up since I watched it. When the third season, the second and third season, you see Susie, what's her name? Josie Jump, the replacement Josie Jump, doing all this action. She's trying to laugh in the camera because it looks like they had her pissing around and we had like outtakes on there, and they said, "Oh, we've got to get this right," and it was the third take and they got it nailed. But it must have been laughing so hard. And I would love to see the outtakes for that film. That show would be great if it's just swearing and everything else. But the reading about that article was very interesting. But Balamory is just so good. I love watching it every day. Just get something that keeps me happy all the time and keeps me going, I love the show. I'm not bothered about the music in it. I just like I love the way when fair enough, they're putting the inserts, they're repeating the same inserts in the show because I have to, because it was for time issues. But when he actually cut those bits out, you can see how well directed it's done that way. And Brian Jameson writing the actual shows, fantastic. And Wayne Jackman also came from the Jack and Nori side. And I was watching it the other day, and I was like, "Oh God, this show's brilliant!" And I just love it. I just laugh my pants off. I laugh so hard. I just think it's just hilarious what they do on it. I mean, yeah. Then and I watched Kerry Holzman's recent video, which was about the recent one he just did was what was it called? Was about the Wi-Fi card. Have you ever seen that one yet? Very interesting video of that. I did actually watch the live stream of that before, but it was way too long. But but when they cut down to like a 50-minute video, he went through every single stage and said, "Right, I have to order a brand new board because the board does not accept the card." I think it's an issue with the video card or something, but it wasn't. It was actually the motherboard. Right, I'll take one more question, then we'll have a break. I will put some music on in a minute, actually. I'll play the Garden Light backing track actually, because you guys haven't heard the backing track for a long time, have you? No. I'll play that for you guys. Anyway, I'll get it ready for you guys. That should be good. Take one more question. No, we'll break for a bit. Mr. Bad Guy is the best one. Right. Okay. Right. It's also YouTube link. Oh, it's also YouTube link. I didn't notice that. All right. Why are you using Yahoo as a search engine, please? No, you uses who this is. When I come back, I'm gonna literally I'm gonna. I'll come back anyway. I'll come back and I'll explain why people are using so many things. We're going to play Alex, and we're going to play the song Garden Light backing track that Mac mixed, because everybody likes the backing track better than the vocals. Actually, JoJo's actually going to record this version for her album, and from my point of view, it's good to hear it. Oh, hold on. Oh, I've got 3. Hold on a minute. I've got 3 versions here of it. I don't know what's what. That's a backing track. Yes. So we'll play you the Garden Light song. Might as well, since this is like nighttime missions. Also, we'll play it anyway for you guys. This. We'll play it in a minute. I'll play it now. I'll be back in a minute after this, and we'll talk about search engines that you never use. So, see you in a bit, guys. So, sorry about that, guys. My audio was weird. That's the Garden Light backing track. Half of it, anyway. We will She's actually going to sing it this time. Because it was actually it was written originally for her album Dead Inside, but because we were trying to find a different song, we kind of was looking for someone else to fill it in that way. And I like the way that Alex did it as well, because Alex's version I think was good, but she's really, really good. She was the last thing we had to really just get and bring it out. It was brilliant. I'm actually very happy with this, with the way it came out. It was good. Garden Light was just the last minute choice for it. So there you go. Check out the link I sent you on Facebook. Make your thoughts on it soon. I will. I can't play it on here. Got a that stupid YouTube gave me a copyright warning saying, "Oh, you use Rod Taylor's song. You were not allowed to do that. Naughty, naughty." And I was like, "Who cares? Who cares? Who gives a shit? Fuck off." I've been streaming along with YouTube anyway, what anyone else has anyway. Bloody hell. Search engines, right? Here's the thing. Why the hell people are... This is what I can't understand. This is not just anybody who knows anything about using computers is good. Some people don't obviously know how to use best search engines in the world. And and here's the thing. The Google search is brilliant. Google search is brilliant. Why people use Yahoo is a joke. Yahoo is crap. Yahoo is just awful. There's on Google Chrome. I'll say it again. On Google Chrome, you can change your settings on Google Chrome to your homepage, to a search engine. And you can also use it in Internet Options on Windows 10. And I have learned a lot on Windows 10 in the past year, and I never knew shortcuts I used. Stuff that me and Mac still don't know about. Using new things called Trello, which was great to use. I mean, that Trello thing is great. If everybody wants a good sort of be using this new app called Trello. It's like a day-by-day activity of like keeping up to date on all your workflow and stuff. And I only got it last week, and Max said get this app called Trello. And I said, yeah, I'll try it out. And Jade, I told Jade about it. I said, Jade, you have to get to use this app called Trello, Trello, and it is free of charge. And all you do is you just set up a workspace for yourself, and all you do is just basically you set your own targets to sort out. And I tell you what, it's worked out for me so much easier than writing down paper on notes every week. It's just helped me out a lot. And I mean, it has to be printed off obviously for the business, but you know, then again, you've got to do your goals and things. But the thing about it is, I really liked the way that it came out on Trello. It was so good. And that was a good app. And like I said, get this app. It's brilliant. It says you can finally do stuff on here that you would never believe. It says you finally keep up to date with what you've done and do checklists. And I'm thinking, oh man, that's so good. And I went, I'm definitely going that. And yeah, I'm getting it, and I got it. Signed up to it free of charge, and I think Jade got it as well. Just said, oh, that's brilliant, isn't it? I says, hi. I says, look, it's going to get your work done so fast as well. Well, it's cool. Really, it was a 30-second clip you checked out for Roger's song, and it was. I don't tend to use my laptop decides I don't tend to use my laptop decides for me. What? No, you've got YouTube. You've got YouTube on your phone. Yeah, I'm getting a new case for this. I couldn't get a case yesterday. Couldn't find a case at all for that phone. Found a Wish store for £1, but I found one for free of charge on their service. I'm getting that ordered next Friday because JoJo wants some stuff ordered next week. No, I didn't mind buying it for her. Didn't mind. Let's see. mean, I've just actually saved somebody's. I was going through some stuff with Nathan the other week, and I was going through his money problems he had, and I said, you know, you really need to start sorting out your money, mate, because you really need to start saving up. And he's saving up a lot of money now, and he's saving up. Thank God he is as well. The man was going through bad times at that time, and I said, mate, you're going to have to really keep on top of your money. So I printed off a Excel sheet for him, and I said, are you sitting on that sheet? And I said, yes, I am. I said, it's on my wall, and I said, if we're going to pay it every month, this is exactly what I'm sticking to. And I said, in 2 months' time, you should have what we agreed on. And he says, I have. And I said, great, mate, great. Now you can start saving up what you need to do. You don't have to worry about what comes out. Make sure you keep the dates, that you keep on with it, and do it that way. And he did. And you know, I mean, he was given a chance to work here. He was given a chance to work here, and also given a chance to bring out an EP, which we did. And I mean, it's just something that we had to get out because we were struggling like crazy. But the thing about it, if you get something out you can bring it out to the public, and they go. Needless to say that we don't sell to the public, we're not allowed to, because it's all done by Discogs and also through our website as well. The first release we ever out was Jade's Secret Voice, and that thing sold out within like everywhere. It was crazy stuff, crazy. Now we're bringing out Dead Inside. This is going to be the top album we're going to do. I mean, I know we haven't sold much of. We did sell quite a bit of Garden Light as well, but we didn't sell many of other albums. But it's okay. It's okay. So if anybody wants to buy them, we don't mind. As long as we keep posting our links on our Discogs page, and everybody likes the music, you can buy it and you go, right. Restitched comes out soon, and Dead Inside is coming out first. She says she wants it out by May. But that'll be great because we can get it done in just 2 weeks. 2 weeks we can get our totally done, and then we'll start the second album as well later in the year. I think I'll go in about 10 minutes. I've got a date with Laura Croft, the PS1. I would say halfway through finishing the first game, hopefully finish it by Mark 11. Well, yeah, Mark 11 comes out. Yeah, I know. Just brings the sort of thing for it, I suppose. Well, I'm not going to be here very long anyway, because I'm going to go soon anyway, because I have a date with the bath. Who's not good? Who was your favourite song engineering? Who was your favourite song engineer? Sound engineer, I mean sound engineer, worked with Queen. Good question. Well, if we're going for the best one, Mike Stone, without a doubt. Mike Stone was a legend. He knew how to engineer properly and how to mix properly, and he was the unsung hero of Queen. And Mike Stone was fantastic. I've actually just heard the new song from Whitesnake, Trouble Is Your Middle Name. God, that sounds good. Wow. I didn't think that Whitesnake would have come back in that generation of rock, but my God, they pulled it off. Brilliant. But Mortal Kombat 11 is short for a nickname for RC. Yeah, it's fine. I like Chris. He bought Mad the Swine back in 1991 when it was recorded in the 1970s for Queen 1. Yeah, it was originally to segue into the track from Great King Rat into Mad the Swine. but the decision probably from Jesus to that there wasn't enough time to put it on the album. But luckily now they finally got it. They got that thing restored, and it's and from my point of view, Mad the Swine. Mad the Swine is a good song. Mad the Swine's a good song. I do like that song. You know, fair enough. It's all about the worship and like calling out to the heavens and stuff and being in a gown and everything. It's just that way. I was actually listening to Arthur Brown's Kingdom Come album last night and listening to Creep. That thing's bizarre. Why is it that we creep? Thou! I love Arthur Brown. I love him. He's my guy. I don't like most of his solo work, but the early stuff like the Kingdom Come stuff like Time Captives. We synthesize the ways all in your brain. I love that fucking song. I love it so much. But his best one he ever did on that album was the hymn. Fabulous stuff on that song. Brilliant. Good guitar work on there as well. Fucking. Andy Darby's guitar work is so awesome on that song. It's really good. But Kingdom Come is really good. But I like Time Captives. It's so good. I'd love to cover Time Captives. I'd love to. How would you do it now compared to the original is very hard indeed. Very hard. Because I never had drums in it before. I just used like one of those, you know what Robin Gibb used on Say By the Bell. It's just those it's just horrible drums on it. You know. So the only way you can do it though, the only way you can do it from there. But yeah, because that would have been perfect for it to do. But saying that, you know, that's what you had to work with. Because there wasn't a drummer on the second album, which was the drummer left. And I said, oh, we'll just use this on the band that lands my sweet. It's in the sky. It's just brilliant. And one of the favourite ones I like on that album is it's a Black Sabbath kind of riff called The Come Inside, I think it's called. It's like a Black Sabbath sort of great bass to that. But I've also got the second part of that song, which they've never used, which was the B side of it, which has never been issued. But it was a continuation from that song, Come Inside, to I can't remember what it's called. Oh, it's called that song. Because apparently they say something about Bowie in it, and this is David Bowie. He's the guy who comes around my plane, and they should have stayed. That band should have stayed around. It would have been easy, but saying like when they got dropped from Polydor, they just said just get rid of you guys, and then after that, never really materialised again after that. They brought an album out called Jam. But that was really nothing to do with the band. It was just outtakes and stuff. His solo stuff's still good. I mean, Arthur Brown's solo stuff is really good. There's early stuff like Hearts and Minds and Cat Stevens kind of guitar in it. Fucking great. Only thing I didn't like he did was put loads of Queen demos on that were finished to Queen conventions. Well, Mike didn't. Mike didn't do that. Oh right, yeah. Oh, that was Greg Brooks, who was proprietary of. He's still proprietary of those guys. And they could have made another album also. What do you make of the track "Dog with a Bone"? People say it's the best Queen demo. It's a complete finished track. I have it on that Queen outtakes and demos thing, or Queen Hot Place demos and outtakes, the demos from Outer Space it's called. I think that Dog with a Bone is kind of a good resemblance of how Queen is good in the studio. It went on for quite a while because it's technically not a finished song. It's a fan club convention song. It's a fan club convention. apparently there's a message on that at the very end that they cut off on the vinyl edition. It's understandable, but that's the reason why it's not a proper Queen track. It's actually it's for the fan club only. So it wasn't made for the fan club. That's what it was. When they were doing the Miracle album, they just had a lot of material left over, and they really just said, "Well, let's do a fan club convention thing," and we just worked in the studio and just did it live in the studio. No overdubs were done that day. Completely live. Just ran the tape and ran the drums, and just said, "Well, Roger's not going to play drums in it, but let's just run a drum machine and let's just do it that way." Luckily, it worked out well. But Dough with the Bones are pretty good. It's a good rocky kind of song. But it would have worked out well for. I don't think it would have gone on. It would have gone on the B side for a song, but fan club convention said, "Oh, you've got to put this message in the end as well. Keep us happy and everything else." I had a good time in the studio as well that day. That was the best. That was one of the best tracks that ever came out. I mean, apart from when EMI was cataloguing all the B sides. I mean, the B sides were the best ones. I mean, Stealing was so long. Stealing was about 12 minutes long originally. That's how long it was. But they just EMI cut it down, and they just said, "Oh, we can't have this on. This is too long." So they had to cut out the best parts for the song. But you can actually tell in the mix that the bits that edited out. Bam, bam, bam. We try to make it like symbolize it in a way. And it's a load of edits in that fucking mix. There's a load of editing. You can totally understand why they edited out so very cleverly how it was done. So that was really cool. Even with Hang On In There. Hang On In There should have been included on the album as well, but Hang On In There was a last minute thing for it. But I love the guitar. Hang On In There by Brian's guitar work is so fucking awesome, and I think he learned from Jimmy Page as well. So it was really cool. I'm off now, Tez. Bye. Yeah, I'm gonna go as well because I think my time is up now. My time is up now, guys. I'm gonna go. This was, as I said, this is an unplanned Queen thing tonight. As you all know, we will have Devon back here on Saturday. Is Saturday she's back? Yeah, Saturday she's back. So Saturday she is back on track. She'll be back here, stinking the room out as always because the dogs do smell a lot, and it's going to be a hectic time. But saying that, the dog will be back, and that'll be fun for me. That's cool. I'm going to go now and have a bath, and I'm going to rest the rest of the night. So cheers, guys, for tuning in. As you all know, guys, I don't know if Saturday I'll be streaming live. I don't know what's happening yet, but we will keep you updated on things. And got to get some new candles for the room because these candles are in this room here are going bad. I need to go and take them back downstairs. Okay, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys. If I'm not here Saturday, we'll see you guys soon. But we will keep you updated on that as well. See you guys later. Bye.